For some stand up here, Jerrod!
I feel like that music made this sound like it's going to be way more inspirational. Oh, he's about to say something really meaningful. Nope. All right. So y'all having a good night? You should be, because honestly, other than the bartender, none of you are at your jobs right now, and that's the reason to celebrate. I'll be honest with you, I have hated just about every job I've ever worked. I started to do that thing where, I don't know if anybody else does this. Have you ever just taken two completely unrelated jobs and try to combine them into your dream job? I do that all the time. I came with my dream job the other day, all right? It's called Porn Star Magician. Okay, let me set the scene for y'all, okay? I walk into a room. There's a girl on the bed. She's waiting for me. She's like, hey, you about to give me that dick? I'm like, are you ready for this dick? And she's like, yes, I'm ready for it. And I'm like, are you absolutely sure you're ready for all this dick? And she's like, yes, I'm ready for all that dick. And then the next 15 minutes of the porno is just me pulling out this endless dick, right? It's just this never-ending shaft. Like every time you think I'm gonna get to the tip, it's just more shaft. It gets to the point where it's starting to wrap around me on the ground, right? It's like, it starts to cover me from head to toe, right? The director, he starts to panic. He's like, holy shit. Can he even breathe under that giant dick constrictor? We gotta go help him. He gets the entire cast and crew to come unravel this giant dick constrictor. They get all the way to the bottom and I'm no longer there, okay? I'm just gone. They're just like, oh my God, this is the most amazing porn star magician we have ever seen in our life. Jeff, tell me you got that on camera. They all turn to look at Jeff, the camera guy. He's not there. I'm behind the camera guy. Right? Damn thing. Everybody's impressed. Everybody except the girl I was supposed to film the scene with. She's just sitting there looking at me like, I mean, I guess that was kind of cool, but you didn't even give me an orgasm. I'm like, I didn't, because I could have sworn I brought one with me. Like, where did I put it? Like, I think I see something behind your ear here. She's like, there's nothing behind my, oh shit. Hit him with the old pulling an orgasm from behind the ear. Speaking of porn, I realized that I treat my computers way better than I treat my body. I feel like I had to explain that. I've had unprotected sex a couple of times in my life, but I won't even think about watching internet porn without antivirus software installed on my computer. Like, I'll risk all the diseases for my penis. But not my HP. Like, I could be sitting in front of like my laptop, just monitor full of lust, and my laptop's just like, hey Jerrod, I know we don't have any antivirus software, but you can watch all the internet porn right now. And I'll be like, no. It wouldn't be right, Toshiba. We don't have the proper protection. And then I turn around to the Asian prostitute sitting on the bed behind me. She's like, hey, Jerrod, you ready to have a bunch of dirty, unprotected sex? And I'm like, of course I am, Toshiba. my favorite thing about that joke is just the right amount of racist. You know, just put just enough of it in there. I wish my white friends would stop treating me like I'm crazy because I'm afraid of wild animals. Because y'all try to explain it. Y'all try to say stuff like, "Oh, it's okay, Jerrod. It's more afraid of you than you are of it." That doesn't make me any more comfortable. Like I don't know about you. Like I'm pretty fucking scared right now, and when I'm scared, I start thinking defensive maneuvers. You know, I'm just like, I don't know, 2 to the body, 1 to the head. You've been training for this all your life, kid. Like I don't know. Like that lets me know that snake is real on edge right now. You know, like if I died today, they'd be talking about it tomorrow. They'd be like, "Oh, did you hear Jerrod died?" And like, how? He crossed the path of a snake and startled it. Oh man, yeah. So the snake shot him 41 times because he They're just as afraid of you as you are of them does not help me feel more comfortable when there are so many police officers that are just as afraid of me as I am of them. And if I went camping and like I got mauled by a bear, I feel like there would be no justice, okay? Because I feel like they'd have like whoever's involved, who's ever responsible for investigating that type of thing, they'll have a press conference like, yeah, we are investigating the mauling of Jerrod Smith, and our investigation shows that Jerrod Smith actually had an extensive criminal history, and they found traces of weed in his knapsack. So that bear just did what comes naturally. No need to further investigate. Grizzly's gonna grizzly. Let's deal with the important cases like the Caucasian woman on the other side of the woods who claims that there's a family of squirrels barbecuing and it's making her uncomfortable. I was going to keep this race train going, you know? I'm tired of whitewashing the movies, okay? I hate the whitewashing the movies. I hate the fact that, like, there's, y'all remember that Noah's Ark movie that came out a while ago? Yeah. Those characters were a little too white. That's all I'm going to say. They were too white. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm not saying they should have been black. I'm just saying, like, look, in the Bible, it said that the Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years. Wandered in the desert for 40 years. Like, there is no part in the Bible where it's just like, and the Israelites cried up to the Lord and said, "Lord, the sun beateth down on us, and our skin peeleth like that of a snake." And the Lord showed mercy on them and raineth down from the heavens, SPF 50. I just want those characters to be just a little bit darker. You know, they didn't have to be black. You know, they could have got anybody other than Russell Crowe to play Noah. Like, they could have gotten a Mexican guy to play Noah, and I would have been happy. You know, in fact, entire cast and crew all Mexicans. That way, not only would you have had a movie of darker skinned people, you could have saved so much money on CGI because they would have built your entire arc, right? And they would have done it faster and cheaper than any American art building company, right? I don't know about you, but anytime I need an art built, I always go Mexican. You may have seen a commercial for my favorite art building company. It's the one that goes, "Hey, do you need an art built real fast and real cheap? Then come on down to Jose's Art Builders. We'll build that art for you real cheap. Make sure you keep all that extra cash in your pocket. That way, next time God decides to make it rain for 40 days and 40 nights, you can too." White people, can y'all teach me how to dance off beat? Look, there are a total of 5 of us in here, and one thing that all 5 of us black people have in common is that each and every one of us at one point where we were at the house by ourselves have tried to dance off beat, okay? When we thought nobody was watching, we were just like, yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see if I can do it, you know? And you're probably looking at me like, why would I try to learn? Because I feel like that's the key to black people finally rising up and overcoming. You know? we gotta learn to do what the white people can. Like there's so much power in that. Look, have you ever looked into the face of a white woman when she's dancing? Okay, it's pure bliss, all right? It's just, they are living at a level of freedom that I will never know. They're not worried about anything. They're not worried about bills. They're not worried about oppression. They're not worried about where the downbeat is. They are just dancing, okay? I want that level of freedom. The other day, I was at the house by myself. I started teaching myself to dance off beat, all right? I started getting the hang of it, and I felt a change deep inside. I started getting filled with confidence. And I'm not talking about that regular confidence. I'm talking that white confidence, you know? I'm talking that confidence that like causes you to step out in the street without looking both ways and being like, it's okay, we have the right of way, you know what I mean? That's a whole different type of confidence, you know? Right of way, okay. I feel like black people, we're not born with that. I just assume that the right of way is something that white people buy from the white people store, you know, like. By the way, I should explain. I assume that there's a white people store where white people buy white people stuff, you know? But y'all don't pay for it with like money. Y'all just use like white points that you get from doing white people stuff, like getting sunburned, you know, like that's. Man, this is a really race-based set, like, you know. I just want y'all to know, I'm not mad at any of y'all, man. You're all cool in my book. But I will say, I am a fan of the fact that a lot of white people are still uncomfortable with what they call black people. That it makes me happy for some reason. Like I don't ever want y'all to be too comfortable. You know, I always want that to be that little bit of like, you know, when white people talking about the black person at work, they're like, hey, you know, Ron, the black guy, you know. Like, I want to always be like that. You know? I feel like the only way we can keep it that way is we gotta change what term is acceptable like every few years. Like we just gotta get together and vote on it. Like, I already know where my vote's going for the next one. I look forward to the day where it's like 10 years from now and somebody be coming up to me and just like, hey Jerrod, so as a black man, I'm like, whoa. We prefer to be called Decepticons. Thing is, I already know I'm gonna take that too far. Cause like there's gonna come a time when like Transformers 15 is coming out in theaters, and I'll be standing outside the theater protesting. Hey, don't go to see Transformers. All Transformers ever does is depict negative stereotypes of Decepticons. Every Transformer movie I've ever been to, the Decepticons were the bad guys. Why? Megatron ain't asked to come to this planet. Megatron just wants to rebuild his home planet of Cybertron and take all his Cybertronian brothers and sisters back to the motherland. Oh, that's right, don't listen to old Uncle Optimus, leader of the House Bots, talking about we gotta save the human race. Nah, fuck him, alright? Old Uncle Optimus with his Autobots transform and sell out. It's like the Honorable Unicron Muhammad used to say. Every ticket you buy to a Transformers movie, you buy a front row ticket to racism. That's right. You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. Decepticons didn't land on planet Earth. Planet Earth landed on us. Assalamu all Spark. Thank y'all. Y'all my Transformers. Don't worry, it's okay for me to call y'all that because I said transform us with the name, not transform us. Alright, I'm just in there, y'all. Thank y'all have a great night.